Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to Creating with Mimi, where we talk about all things interior design and decor, giving you tips and some tricks to give you the confidence that you need to try new things in your decor. Today we are fall decorating. I've already cleared off the island, and this is the main portion that I want to concentrate on. And so today we're all about the countertop. And I want to start with what I would like to do is give you guys two new looks for the countertop, and then go through some of the other looks that I've created for your countertop, anything fall decor, things that I think that you would get value out of, and some of the tips that you can use for your own space. So tray, and I've had this for some time. I've done many videos out of this, and I'm just going to take all things that I already have for the most part and create a nice fall islandscape that is no fuss and easy for you guys to take some of the tips and incorporate in your design. So let's get started. This is just a wicker basket. You could hang it on the wall, and oftentimes mine is hanging on the wall when I'm not using it for a decor. And I will start with this first look. I need a riser because the basket is already 6 inches tall, so I would like to have a riser for this. And then I'll start with this gorgeous vase. I'm doing some dark elements this year for fall, and I think I can carry it. The kitchen is white, it's light, it's bright, so I can do as much dark elements that I desire. So we'll start with that. I also want to place this here. That looks really good. Those two vases, dark. It's got kind of like a blue undertone, but what I love about is the bronze, and the bronze inside, it's painted really well. I do like that aspect. I'll use one more riser, and this is white. It matches the countertop, but it's a real marble. And now I'll bring in some floral. They're so popular for the season, and it just has all of the season colors. This is so easy. This will be the easiest arrangement that I do because I'm only gonna just drop them in. That's super easy. And I really like that. If I wanted to keep these out even through Christmas, this would be great because it just has all of the colors, but I just absolutely love that. I want to do something a little bit different, and I would like to try some of these dried baby's breath and see how that works inside without breaking the branches. Taking a branch that's unique and just gorgeous in itself and adding it to something unexpected like this, it just elevates your decor. Just a little adjustment and tip like this are things that you can do to elevate your decor. It just took it from basic to, oh, that's really cute, that's unique, that's different. Simply love that. Let's remove this. Fall is such a gorgeous time of the year, and oftentimes I just want to keep fall up and not even deal with Christmas because this is, it's just lovely. Just transforming basic things. It's so gorgeous. I thought it had a beautiful smell to it, but it does not. All right, let's move along. Purchased this hearth. I think it's Magnolia Hearth and Home candle. And I would love to burn that. Then I just want to place these gorgeous towels, hand towels right there. I don't know, I think I want this one on top. And just peekaboo. There we go. That's so pretty. And that is look number 1. This next look, I think I will execute with this Lazy Susan, starting from scratch again. I love the wood grain. It's white. It's what we call a bleach wood. And I usually have a Lazy Susan on the island in one spot or another. And I will start with another brown tone vase. And she's gorgeous. She's got a glaze, mocha, grays, and black. Then I will mix it up, and I think I'm gonna bring her back in. I'm not sure yet. So I'm literally, and I love these. Oh, that is so cute. This mocha caramel color, really, really adorable. Let's get that on a little riser. Let's see what the silver does to it. Not bad. Not bad, because the silver here is bringing up some of the gray that's inside of the vase, so that is not bad at all. I'll take this away. And let's bring back just the one. I want to do something a little bit different, and that is to bring in this yellow for the season. But I think it's a stunning color with all of the brown. We're just going to pop in a few. And it has the brown stem, so it's like it's fall. Not quite winter yet, right? That's gorgeous. Now I will bring in a couple of candles. That's a beautiful contrast. And I love this brown candle, and it smells really good. So to have 3 candles here, that's a bonus. And this is the second look. I think I'll do one more, only because I want to try something a little bit different. Maybe I'll do one more. But this is the second look here. And let's light the candles. So these two have no scent. This one smells so good. It's almost like baking and cooking year round. That is just gorgeous. we're going to infuse some of the fall color, the traditional fall colors, with these dried baby's breath. Such a simple trick that anyone can do. For this next iteration, I will bring in this board that I made, I don't know, a few years ago. So it's one board that I added these two base pedestals just to raise it. And then I painted it out white, another DIY that I was rushed to do as usual with no time. I want to bring this back because it's just gorgeous. And I want to add a few of these. And this is something that we can leave out year round at Christmas, for Christmas. And this stem is so large. Yes, this is another stem that I get through the trade. And I was going to use it, I may use it still, for garland to hang from a ceiling. I think that is just gorgeous. But for today, I want to put it in the vase to see how I like it. And I already love it. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. All right, so we're only going to use a small amount. This is similar, but it's a lot smaller and the branch isn't as thick. And then I want to mix it up with a third type of a branch, which is really a lot more Christmassy. And that is just darling, putting that together. And I always like to mix a little something, so I will mix this one. Sorry about that audio. Instead of putting this in a bunch, I am going to cut them. I think it'll look much better if I individually place them strategically. Yeah, see, that looks much better. And then I could bend that, and we can put that in the far back. And that, she looks so good. Hello. She looks so good. Let's straighten this up though. We don't want her to look like she's having too many drinks, right? And I love bringing this together like so. That combination and contrast, it's just gorgeous. I also want to bring one of these in, but I think I'm going to place it on this side or I don't want to do the gold. Guess what's going to look better, guys? This is going to look better. That looks much better. Uh-oh. There we go. That looks really good. That black. Add in some more color for the fall. I love that. And then we will use these again just for texture. That's nice. And drop it down with, that looks really good. Let's do one more. Let's bring this to the front. Ooh, she's good. I almost want to put some candy inside of there. I probably would. I'm so hungry. Now that is one gorgeous piece. Let's light the candles. Do not sleep on these lights. Off. Look at the difference when it's off versus when it's on. Look how much it adds. It's off. It's on. It's off. Just so much of a difference. All right, I've given you guys 3 new centerpieces for your island or focal point. Now I want to show you a few other DIYs that you can do to enhance your home and make it seem luxurious. But more important, create the environment that you love. If you like this type of content, hit the like button or subscribe. The other thing you guys can do is share this video at least with 5 of your friends. Down below the description, there is a share button. You click on that, copy it, and text it to your girlfriends. I would love for you guys to help grow the channel. Until next time, make every day a great day. Welcome back to Creating with Mimi. Today I am bringing you guys a video about kitchen countertops, how to style. Mainly we're going to focus on the island. I'm going to show you guys several different concepts that you can do in your kitchen, and the majority of these things are items that I already have. I will be mixing and matching as I go along, and pretty much this is so organic because I'm actually designing this as I go along. I've got an idea of some things that I'm going to be using, but for the most part, I'm just gonna start putting things out and seeing what it looks like. And I pretty much decided to just go and get a vase, and I placed little topiary balls inside on top of the tray, and it's just something so that it's not just plain. I will take away odd things so that I can have a clean slate. How many of you guys are aware that light countertops or white countertops, they really do hide a lot of dirt? Just like a white car does. I have a white car, I can go weeks and not wash the outside of my car. So I love the white car for that fact alone. Let's try to name each one of these, or vignettes or setups at the end of the setup. We'll see. You guys can leave comments in the comment section as to what you think each vignette should be called. But I want to start off with the first one just being simplistic and very little decor, keeping it neutral. I think I want to start off with this white. That's really pretty. You guys have seen this before. We did this for fall in the entry hall. As you can see, I still have some of the green tape. I like to keep things pretty elevated. Just to give you reference, this is 7 by a little bit over 4 feet in terms of the diameter of the island. So these things are already pretty tall, but we're going to keep it really simplistic. I decided to go with these green stems to drop it in. I might have to add more tape, but we'll see. Oh, I like that already. And that's just 2. Not too much. I've got color because if you want to add color, I will switch it out because I do want to add a little bit of a floral just to give it a little bit more texture. And we've got height, variation, some more texture with this gorgeous bowl. And I think I picked this up, I don't know, I was using it as to be honest with you, I purchased it to use it as a stand, and I put 2 trays on top of it. But either way, so this is something that I picked up literally at Hobby Lobby, maybe a few years ago. And all it is it's a pedestal bowl. And you can use it several ways. You can use it this way, place your candle inside of it. You can flip it over, place your candle this way. I have actually 2 of these. Today, we're going to use it as a candle. I've got a triangle going, and I've got some height, simplistic vessel bowl with a little bit of texture because of the way it has the handles on the side. It's a little bit more interesting. And I'm going to add one more. So this by itself, it goes hard, and it's just as elegant by itself, but if you wanted to add a little bit more color, I'm actually going to add one more floral. Now, I always purchase floral with wire so that I can bend it. I don't like to cut it in the event that I have a super tall vase that I want to utilize. Normally 3 of these would be enough, but I almost think I need a little bit more. And that's probably because this is so sparse. my vote for this one is, I would probably call her Sarah. She's so simplistic, but it's interesting. She's quite interesting with the green. We've got a little color going with some of the seeds and the orchid. We're gonna call her Sarah. Leave a comment for all of those who are voting for Sarah. A couple of points. I start off either with something going down the complete center, and I'm going to show you guys one of those setups, or I have something where it's just focused in one corner, and that's because of the way that my island is set up. It is vertical into the kitchen. Most islands are horizontal. My kitchen is not that way, so it's vertical. Having said that, and that's one of the things that I will be taking care of, I want horizontal islands, and the difference is things that are vertical, they tend to, if you're looking head on, you're looking into like an alley, and anything that's horizontal, it expands your space left to right. So I'm starting off this next one with this gorgeous glass top, and what makes it unique, this is from Z Gallery. I've had it for a while, so I don't know if they still sell them, but what makes it unique is the top, the shape of it. So I will start it off with this, and I will add this one here, and it doesn't matter which one, how you situate it, left to right. Just for me, I guess because I'm right-handed, I like the height on the right-hand side of it. These, again, the shape of this top is what makes this unique. You can choose and pick up these things at like Home Goods, Target, but always when you find something that you like and it has a unique shape to it, pick it up and get it. Regardless of if you do not know what you're going to use it for, you like the shape, get it. And that's pretty much what I did with this. Now I'm going to think about what I want to place inside of it. Normally, since I'm working with glass for my centerpiece, I'll bring this back. I've had this for some time. This ginger jar is gorgeous. It's glass, you can see through it. This was definitely from Hobby Lobby. They do not have them all the time. Sometimes you can catch them online. I place them in several clients' homes. When I do see them, I will pick up 2 or 3. This thing is very unique, and it has legs to it. I love it. It's just gorgeous. So since I am working with glass, and glass is pretty much going to be our center or our focal point for design, I'm going to bring one more piece. What am I going to do to break up all of the glass and add a little bit more interest to the island? It's the other items that I will place around inside of these 2 containers. One second, let's remove that. And I will start off with just some visual interest, and I think I will pop that in there like so. So I love that. You can either put something like something that gives you visual interest like this, or you can put a candle, anything inside of here that's pleasing to your eye. I use these a lot, and all they are just balls. Some of them are covered in feathers, different colors. just pick up on the brown that you actually see inside of the vase on the countertop, and I'm thinking about adding I'm switching this out. I want to have the candy or the mint on top, but you guys see how this has so much glitter, the shininess. It doesn't pick up on anything on the island so far. This is more organic and it's more earthy, kind of neutral tone. So I will take these. Style thing in odd numbers. We talked about that. So I want to either bring this in, which I love. So now everything's coming together and it has a flow. I can either put a lamp on this side, one lamp, call it a day, or I can keep this lighted again. Let's light the candles because it is rainy outside and we need to have candles lit. Yes, I have another candle lighter. I cannot find it, so I will be using this old-fashioned candle lighter. If it works, right? This is a candle holder or something that I painted. It was a clear glass before it was clear. I painted it white and used it outside in the backyard. For me to place that here, I would have to put it back on this side in order for it to work. I don't want to. This is actually just a canister and it sits on top of the candle like so. I want to keep some symmetry going, so I will keep just the candle uncovered. This I'm going to add something to it. I'll show you guys another cute trick. It is winter, so I decided to either add and the reason why I'm switching vases again is because of the height. This is much lower than this. And this just sinks a little bit better. What should we call this one? I'm gonna add this. It's just a little stand. You guys, you pick these things up from Home Goods. There's several of them, but I want to finish this off, and it just looks like a vase. That's gorgeous. Let's come up with a name for this one. Maybe Cindy? Karen? She is simplistic. However, she's adding some warmth. We have texture, warmth, more warmth, color, but it's just simple. So most of the island is still open and you can utilize, it's completely functional. It's pouring down rain outside. I'm in California, so when it rains, we're not happy campers. So I'm going to fix some tea and then we will continue on with the next look. How many of you guys drink tea on a daily? I drink tea, green tea, on a daily. And I actually really just started getting hooked up on coffee. And I say hooked up on coffee because the caffeine is not good for you. And Starbucks white chocolate mocha has me in a chokehold. I literally will go just to order that. In my tea, I add creamer or coffee creamer. This is the Almond Joy Delight. It is so good. It's hard to find. So when I do get it, I purchase 5 or 6 of them at a time. And it tastes so good to have cream in your tea. This was one of my hauls that was from Hobby Lobby. This thing, it's on sale right now for I think 50% off. It's so gorgeous. I have several of these on the wall, but what I like about this one is it has like it's a twist or a braid of the white going around the perimeter, and it just adds a different touch, that contrast between the it's not white, it's ivory, and the natural tone. To me, it's just gorgeous. So I'm going to sit that one here. And the other thing, I'm going to dress it today on the island naturally. Or you guys, there are hooks on the back. You can actually hang this one on a wall. I don't want to hang mine. I'm going to use it for decor. What I love about this, today I'm just going to put the balls inside of it. But you can actually use this as a charcuterie board. So we've got the white island, that's our surface. And it's got it's quartz, but it's calcutta, and it has some of this wheat color going through, so that makes it very interesting as well. So now I'm going to add some elements to it and give it a contrast. Isn't this thing gorgeous? It's just gorgeous. They have a smaller, they have 2 different sizes. There's a smaller one than this. I think this was the largest, and with the smaller one, it was a different pattern around the perimeter, and I think it made it look a little bit too southwestern for me. This is very transitional. It could either be farmhouse 2.0 style, which is a little mix between modern and traditional. Since we're working with a lot of black, I decided to purchase this, which is just gorgeous. And honestly, I like the difference between the 2 sizes and the height. I think I'm going to bring the other charger back. I am. The reason why I brought the other charger back, because if we use it for your hosting and you want to use it as a board serving appetizers, it can spin around. That is pretty unique. Place that in there, and then I'm just going to by itself is simply just gorgeous in the kitchen. To have an all white kitchen as I do, and well, it's not all white, but it's majority white. I have the black elements of bringing in the accent wall, and then there's black in the print. On the opposite side of the room, the wheat color and the gold basket picks up on the gold light fixture. This is such a lovely display, and also you can take these things out and use this as a charcuterie board and have your fruits, vegetables, your cold cuts. Now I would put some wax paper on the bottom of it before I just start putting food out. I want to give this a full design or decor element, so I'm going to work with the other side, and I'm going to place an additional board on the other side. It's white, but I'm bringing in some of the gold elements to tie in what I'm doing on the opposite side. And I'll place that there. I think that's just gorgeous already, but I want to add a little bit. You guys know me, I do a little bit more, but I'm loving this black. I haven't decided what I'm going to leave out from now to spring, but I might just leave this black out because it's giving me life right now. All right, let's bring in some more elements. We're just gonna keep right along with this black. That is, whew, I love that. I am gonna put some type of floral inside of this, but this is a simple black base. These are, I wanna say $100 at Pottery Barn. I picked this one up for like 29 bucks at Home Goods. And I believe I showed you guys those in the Home Goods video. And it's imperfect. So it has the white, or that could have just been from wear and tear. I'm not really sure. I'm definitely gonna line it up with the center focal point. So now I'm creating a straight line of sight. I've got black on this side. I will be bringing black over here, adding in a few more elements of the white. Now these are old, so I can't tell you where I got them from, but they're the simple little bead. They're not that fancy, and I might leave it on. I may not, depending on what it looks like when I step back. I do love that coat of contrast. I'm probably going to bring these a little bit closer instead of side by side. I'll bring them closer and place one a little bit in front of the other. So this one, I'll just put over the ears, like so. What I love about these is it has the wheat tassel that ties in with the wheat from the basket. You can either place them on top, the ears on top, but I want to keep things looking organic and natural, continuing on with this, I believe. Now, if you definitely have to have some green, I would do something a little bit smaller, similar to this. Dying to have some green. I don't necessarily need to have green. I think the green is a bit much. The green is too bright and it breaks up the cohesiveness of all of the colors and textures. The colors are still earth tone colors. The black, the beige, the white, the brown, and the wheat color with the basket. So the green, to me, it just throws it off. So I'm gonna find something, because I do want a floral inside of here, but I wanna find something that works a little bit better and complement what we're doing over here. Okay, I think I found the perfect complement. I used this pampas grass last fall, and I think it's gonna work out perfect in here. This is so full for the kitchen. I think I'm going to switch up the sizes. So essentially, I've created, I want to say, 2 focal points in one. But if you're looking to walk into your kitchen and really have a wow factor, then use both of them. Let's say you're entertaining and it's simply just gorgeous. It gives me that wow factor that I'm absolutely looking for. or if I have a client that's asking me for a wow factor, this island setup, it is gorgeous. And it's still functional where you can place drinks and food and different things around. One of you guys gave me a tip for the pampas grass so that it doesn't shed, and that is to spray it with hairspray. So I did that, and it does work. To spray it with hairspray, it absolutely works, and you won't see the things falling off. Absolutely. I love this one. Now, I don't have candles. You can place the small candle holder here if you choose to. That is simply gorgeous. I turned it around because when I walk in here, I want to see the front of that setup. I'm so elated. I'm so excited about this. This might be my final go-to for the season to carry me through fall, or to carry me through winter. Okay, this next one's going to be a little bit different, whereas I am taking a throw. This is just a regular throw, and I'm gonna lay it on top of the island. The reason why I'm choosing this throw is because I love the color. That's the only reason. If you can find a table runner that works for you, great. I didn't have one. You can do this even with a white table runner. But I just love the contrast of the color, especially it's a really taupe color. I'm placing the second vase on top. These are fairly just inexpensive vases. I like the contrast, and you guys don't know where I'm going with this, but what I'm going to do is elevate this just a little bit. You can use anything for elevation, and this, what I'm using here is, that's so cute. I usually put cinnamon rolls or something like that inside and sit that on top. That is really, really cute. But today, I'm going to use it to elevate this just a little bit more. You guys, can you see the difference between the two when you elevate something or when you leave something just standard sitting on top of the surface by itself? To elevate it, it's almost like giving it a finished look. For this one, I'm just going to place the floral inside of the vase, like so. I'm not going to use that many because I'm going to spread it open, and I kind of want it to look a little sparse. That looks really pretty with the cherry blossom. And I'm going to place this inside at the bottom. your countertops. I'm loving that completely. And I am strategically placing this green one on the front. But remember these decorative balls that are earth tone-y, very neutral. And they have so many variety of colors. This is so simplistic and it's just cute. It's adorable. Then I'll grab another green here. That's cute. Ah, lost that one. Plenty of white. Throw them in, or you can strategically place them depending on what it is that you want to actually see. Next, I want to add some candle holders to continue with this theme of bringing in the natural earth tones and more of the tan color with the taupe. And I believe I'll place that like so. A couple of candles. Let's switch it. Keep the elevation going. To create some contrast, we'll add this in. I think that's really, really cute. I guess I don't have a lighter almost anymore. Perfect. Let me ask you guys, what do you do to decompose when you've had a day that seems like it's been the day from hell, but not really the day from hell, but sometimes these days can really try you. Literally, right now, just creating and putting this small little bit arrangement together, as small as it is and as small as it seems, placing that arrangement together is relaxing me. It just takes me from the chaoticness of the world into my own utopia. And we always talk about create your own utopia and create the life that you love. All right, I'm gonna show you guys, I think this might be the last final one, or maybe two more looks because I really love using the black. Okay, this next one I'm gonna bring in this is so weird because I thought that this was a table runner, because I want to create a white table runner going through, but it is not. But I do like that. So we're going to work with the black, and I will bring this back in. The reason why I wanted a white runner is because it creates that contrast even more, and it breaks up and it gives you a definite. But right now I can't break it up because I'm not going to take the time and go look in storage for the white table runner. I'm going to work with what I have already out, and this is going to be it. So I do like the black against all of the white. Then we have the black accent wall, but I do like to see some floral, so I'm going to add floral to this. These are just so gorgeous. I'm just going to sit it in there like so. Let's see how tall. Normally, I do add the tape. Why I'm not doing that today, I don't know, but I'm not gonna add it. I'm gonna see how well I can make these stand up, and then I'll add some paper in the bottom of it. But first I want to get quite a few inside. To help keep your florals in place. This is gorgeous. Stand that back up. A little bit more paper. And now we can just continue to fill up. Put that that way. I guess one of the questions would be, where do I store all this floral? It's pretty simple. I put mostly everything, just like the Christmas video, into containers, and it's so easy. You can pick these containers up from like Home Depot. It is super, super easy. They're stackable. I love how that's coming together. A few more in the back. Bend it over just a little bit. Back so they look a little bit more natural. Put this one in the opposite way, so from behind, it looks really good. I think that's perfect. Now that I've placed that in, I want to separate this a little bit more just to add more balance. I don't think I need this last one. I will add one more just to give it a little bit more texture and contrast. That's just, now that's scrumptious. That's gorgeous. And so I'm adding this silver candle holder because I'm just creating that contrast, but it works in the space because of all of the other metal elements, i.e., even though it's gold up top and I've got the gold hardware on the cabinets, I still have the chrome, the refrigerator, the stove from behind. And so mixing these elements, that is just divine. And I'll place a little candle on top. That's very, very nice. I didn't use a smaller candle, and I'll show you guys the difference. I didn't use a smaller candle because look at the difference when you place a smaller candle on top of such of a large base and bottom. It looks awkward and as though it's an afterthought. I'm using something larger so that it's just as beefy as what's going on with this candle size. I'm matching elements in terms of height from the left to the right side, your left, my right, and what we have going on with the floral. This looks beautiful. There's tons of space remaining on the island, and this is absolutely gorgeous. Very, very simplistic. I always like a candle. I'll probably add one more, and this truly just completes that whole vignette. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've added, in terms of the series where we talk about how to style your island or your cocktail table, I've created the 3 things that we talk about. I've created height, texture, and style in almost everything that I'm using on this space. But as long as you have those 3 elements in place for decorating your island or your countertop, you will be fine. this last look that I will create is called the triple threat. I usually create it on a dining room table, but you can do this on your island. You can even create it in a rectangular dining room table or a circular table. A circular table would be so dynamic if you placed all three of these and maybe elevated something in the center. But for this purpose, we're going to just create an island focal point, and I could do this all day. This is gonna be the last one because the video would be too long and you guys have things to do and I have other things to do as well. So let's get started. For this purpose, I'm gonna take this vase, which it is so gorgeous. It's glass, it has tons of texture. It's got small beaded-like texture, and then it's fluted texture down below. The shape of it is different on top. There's a different shape down below, and it is just gorgeous. So I will add 3 of these throughout the island, and I don't have any felt under this. These vases are at your local Home Goods. So if you want to get something similar to this or this, go run, not walk. And I love them because this color and the shape, this is timeless. You can keep this forever. It is not too trendy, even though it has a metallic type finish. To me, it's just enough. It will work for any decor. Even if you're farmhouse and you sit this on a plain wood table, it would elevate the table because it is a complete contrast to what's going on in the table. And that design is what we call transitional. So let's get started. I purchased these baby breaths and they're faux from Hobby Lobby. And I did do a video, or a video is coming up, for what Hobby Lobby has for the spring. And let's just see height-wise. So I'm gonna lower these. No, I'm not. I'm gonna keep them like that. And I just love that. I'm going to utilize this height for most of them. So I'm only gonna take probably about 3 inches off of the bottom and see if I like that a little bit better. I do and I don't, because of what's coming in the other. I'm gonna add this at the bottom to give it just a little bit more height. Perfect. I think that looks much better. And it's not as floppy. That was just simple paper that I've added in here. I'll do a little bit more. So what I do in the center, you can either elect to add the same floral in all 3, and it looks pretty dramatic. I don't have enough because it needs to be, all 3 of them should be full. And since I don't have enough for, you need to probably place about 15 of these in each vase, and that would be a look. I'm going to fill it with this one. You can either use that one, or I've decided, I'm not sure which one I want to use. Let's see what this looks like. You guys get to vote as well. You either like the cherry blossom, or I'm not sure what this is called, but it's got like rose petals. And that might work because of the color. So I know what the cherry blossoms look like. Let me step out and see what that looks like. I really like the cherry blossom with it. And you can play with it, to each his own, right? Probably something about the color of the baby's breath against the color of the cherry blossom. And then I want to make this on the front a little bit smaller so that it comes down even more. And you guys, you see that what I'm creating is layers of that baby breath. Layer number 1, 2, and then 3. Don't you guys just love the wire for the stem on the floral, you can just make it any size that you want, and you're not limited. I'm loving how that's coming together. Let's do one in the center here. So each time you add something, it just gives it a fuller look. One more here. Bend that forward a little bit. And let's see about adding more of these. So you can store this paper, because I usually keep this paper stored inside of all of the vases that are around the house. I've got this large ginger jar just on the other side of the countertop, and I will keep paper inside of there. Any place that I can think of for storage, I will definitely use. That looks more natural. Let's do the other side. Keep in mind that every single arrangement or vignette that you create, it doesn't need to have a definite contrast, but this is what I would call a subtle contrast, because there is contrast from the, I'm not gonna say contrast, I would probably use the word complement. This vase complements what's going on in the countertop, because we do have silver in the countertop. This is so subtle. The brown is another complement in the actual stem on that side, and then the baby breaths that you see coming through are just organic, white, earthy, and so natural that this is the most simplistic but elegant floral arrangement design that you guys could do. It's really elegant and very simplistic and easy to do. You can go over to your local Michael's or your Hobby Lobby and pick up some baby breaths. Usually Hobby Lobby has a sale on their floral. I think right now, or when this, hopefully, it really doesn't matter, like every other week, I think they have a sale on floral where it's 40 to 50% off, and a couple of times a year, it might be 60% off. At those points is when I would just go and purchase floral that I love, that looks really good to me. That way you always have it on hand, and this is so cost efficiently. So let's say I'm using probably 5, 10, maybe 15 of these baby breaths, and if you're purchasing these for $3 or $2 a stem, you actually have created 3 floral arrangements that's quite dynamic for 45, 50 bucks with tax. I wish I had more of these. I'll be totally honest. I would like to have maybe 5 more of the baby breaths, but just looking at it this way, it's still stunning and very elegant to walk into a space and to see this on your island. This is, to me, a very simple way to keep things fresh. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. I'm not sure which one is my favorite. This is on top of the list because it's just simplistic. It's elegant. I have enough color where I'm not bored. I can even throw in another, let's say I wanted to place a yellow inside, I can do that. If I wanted to make it look more fall, I'll show you guys that right quick, just by adding a fall color. And these are on the other side of the room because I've had them out, but just adding a little bit of a fall color. That's gorgeous. It totally transforms, and you're just stuffing that in there. Let's add a little bit more to here, like so. So I need to raise this up just a little bit. I hope you guys can see this on camera by changing some of the positioning of a floral, just the height a little bit, spreading that floral arrangement out. It gives it a different dimension and look. Just adding a few different elements, it changes it. And that's how you're able to reuse some of your floral. If you like this video, hit that like button or subscribe. You will be notified each time there is a new upload. Until next time, make every day a great day.